There we go, ladies and gentlemen. The deciding game 3 now between OG and NAVI. And Fog, what do we reckon about these picks? I mean, I think the big thing that sticks out to me is that, of course, this game, OG have let NAVI get that Iceberg Doom once again.
Last time they were suffering a little bit on damage, I felt. I see these last 2 picks address that damage concern that I did have a little bit. Zeus and Underlord, percent-based damage versus Doom, Slardar, Spectre, some tanky cores. I think OG really wanted to double down just to have that extra bit of damage in the mid-game. Yeah, Navi though, having pretty strong draft overall with their big 4 that's going to be fighting a lot, giving that Spectre that room to farm. I think OG though, again, I look at it and just like that last game, I don't think that they're playing cooldown line. This is just a lineup that's going to run at you, the usual OG style.
Top. 3 of them here. Start to open things up on General with the open wounds. Good stun from Roger. Mid one and stacks him back for a little bit.
30 seconds
down on top of General, but he plays out of there.
Sympathy.
Great stun by Roger there. If he's able to get like 1 or 2 hits with the Orb of Venom, they're gonna probably get the Slardar with the body blocks that'll come in. Still, they can look to punch in, but we're going to see Navi. They're bringing 4. Now Saksa.
They can get a wrap around.
Route.
No, that doesn't look like he wants to commit. To head back over, secure these bounty runes.
Pushing Sox away is huge though, because he's the one that gives them all that extra damage with the tag team. It's actually going to secure them.
Begins.
At least the 1 rune. And we do see V-Tune position himself for the other one, so Navi actually get 3.
3 bounty runes for them. Yeah, getting 2 of them up there top. Sax having to take the long walk back to safety through Navi's jungle.
Oh, I like that he was starting up top too on Saksa on the Tusk. I think it's always just a great option, especially because your Lifestealer went for open wounds at the start. Then you would have kill threat. You can get, if Lina walks up out of position, she dies. Slardar even has a risk of dying. Now they see him, so he actually has to move all the way bottom. That might actually hurt OG a little bit.
Yeah, well, we'll see what he's able to do down here. Because I imagine that this Spectre Jakiro lane, it's a pretty safe lane from Navi, right? Like, it'll be hard for them to make moves on this Spectre and actually do too much damage to me.
Yeah, oh, they actually get the range creep denied, too, and Saksa pop tag team to try to get it. It's pretty big. Always looking at those. Yeah, the Spectre should be just fine. The percent damage is going to be a little annoying to farm under at times, but V-Tune's going to get free farm. We'll probably see always want to fly die once or twice on the side, because you're 290 movement speed hero. Very easy to get caught out from the 2. The top also, similar kind of action.
Once they start to get levels on these 2, N0tail's going to have to be incredibly careful with his position. They get on top of him with the stuns and the bashes. It's only going to be some kill potential up top.
Yeah, he should never be really in position like that though. This should also be a pretty good lane for mid one because he has the support of this 5 position Nature's Prophet. And we see N0tail, he's just microing treants, not letting Roger ever pull the lane or anything like that, just messing with him.
I imagine mid lane, both are going to farm right for Iceberg. This is going to be another game where he gets a free start as the Doom. He's not going to feel too pressured here.
Yep, just free farm Doom and just a free farm Zeus. Yeah. I think OG, they wanted to do this. They just wanted to have a free farming hero that's going to have this amazing mid game. Because now Zeus, you shouldn't get punished. That's the thing. It's like Doom can't really run at you and kill you as the Zeus. So Thompson should be able to get some very good farm for himself.
Top. Gonna head back to base. Refuel is CS-wise. Be very even up here, in fact. Lanes again, first few waves, nobody having any great issues.
Yeah, pretty much dead even, actually. Looks like this one might be a little bit of a boring start. Just these supports, we're gonna have to watch the positioning of them. Watching always want to fly every time if he gets caught by a shard. Top, oh, Roger's actually able to get the pull off this time, it looks like. Never mind, N0tail changed it. It's always the battle of the side pull, as we see in these top lanes. Yeah, Roger gets it off, so there you go. Free XP for General. Pull it all the way back passively. I like that General went for the Gloves of Haste, too. The best little items you can get in the laning phase as a Slardar. Some attack speed so you get those bashes going.
Feed the trees. Feed the trees.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah, and I guess unlikely that there's really any moves from the supports of Navi. I mean, for OG, is this sort of a game where Saxa looks to make moves on mid, or is just a mid Doom just something that you're not really going to have too much success ganking because of how much HP he has early on?
If Sox is going to make the move, I imagine they call no tell as well. If they're going to look to make any of those moves, I mean, it's 3 heroes. Yeah, it might be a 5-minute rotation on like the catapult wave. Bottom, get a little bit of damage on all. He's going to fly, but unable to actually kill him. That's the other lane. They still can pose some kill threat, maybe even on the Spectre if there's a rotation from the Nature's Prophet all the way to bottom too. But we see no tell has to stay top as mid one. He's getting a little bit pressured from the Slardar. As we see, just because of that nature of the match, you know, Slardar very good versus Lifestealer.
Lando Iceberg, he's going to be in his element again. I mean, already getting quite a lead now with the Alpha Wolf. He's going to have some berries of CS and some denies here against Thompson.
Yeah, actually getting the Alpha Wolf is pretty huge. You're going to see that really kick into play on those last hits. Can't believe he found it again. Pretty lucky.
Speeds up his farming so much.
Yeah, lets him get denies too.
Neutrals.
Yeah. We see though on Thompson, he just does the build that we've seen much more popular now on Zeus's too. Just triple no. You get those nice spell amp plus mana regen.
Wanna play with fire?
First blood.
No, just playing farm is top. They
actually
get on top of no tail, and now mid one.
They hit the level 3s, and it's a lot of damage. And mid one, he's yet to hit the 4, so he hasn't got a point in rage. And with that in mind, they can kill him as well. NAVI. Hot start there on the top lane, taking down those two as
top tower.
Yeah, I mean, mid one, how much XP was he away from level 3? It was just 4 XP.
4 XP, yeah.
4 XP off it. And you would imagine he would have been looking to have taken the rage there, but didn't quite hit it. NAVI making the move at the perfect time.
And he's missed 5 CS so far. Okay, he won't get that one either. TP's a little bit slow. They missed at least 5 or 6 last hits up top there. Nice aggressive move, and Tread's now finished on General, so he's at a much stronger pace. And yeah, we see that's why they picked the Slardar. Slardar Lina, very good versus the Lifestealer in the living phase. And now Iceberg's actually looking to roam and get a secondary kill. That's a TP that would be on cooldown.
Yeah, this is if you can kill when that TP's gone.
They saw him.
Yeah, they got the ward down. They see all of this. Unlikely, or at least they should not be caught out by the Stu movement.
Yeah, Thompson will just get some time to catch back up from this Stu movement. Just gonna farm, get his bot all finished up too. Clarities and some wasted time here from Iceberg. Has no going for some courier sniping, but they see it. It's on a creep wave. Yes, keep you out, Roger. Can't quite get there with the stun.
He's going to make his way back over towards the mid. It's been scanned out, so you know where he's heading over.
And the ruin spawns bottom. Thompson gets a little bit of RNG in his favor. But they do have Zeus ult ready. And top, no tail.
Oh, they're in on him. Connect. General's able to close the gap, set things up. He's got an infused raindrop to help him out a little bit, but it won't help enough. As he goes down, at the same time though, bottom lane, OG able to make use of that first Thunder God's Wrath as they move in, dive tower to take down the Spectre and the Chikira.
Oh, wow, that's actually pretty massive. Okay. Underlord's now at 100 bonus damage for the lane. He actually buys himself Tranquil boots.
Oh, interesting.
I think he forgot to unlock. I think he forgot to unlock.
Why the Tranquil? There. Yeah, you don't... You shouldn't need Tranquil boots on an Underlord, right? That doesn't really...
I'm 100% sure he forgot to unlock. Just look at his item build. He has Arcane boots now in his build. He had the Greaves selected. He put the Windlace in the ring. I don't know. Maybe it was just a situation, but...
I mean, okay, it's gone Tranquil Soul Ring. Then the Tranquil makes a bit more sense, right? If you're going Soul Ring, then you need the Tranquils to sort of balance out the health you're using.
Yeah, I mean, it won't hurt too much.
No, it's just interesting to see. Maybe he meant to, maybe he didn't, but he's adapting. The Soul Ring's on his way out. Roger
making the moves.
They're in with the tag team. Roger's gone in fact still with the snowball and the shards to play the right poker general, but Bracer and the Trez just too tanky to really target towards one lane. See the Doom getting dropped down. Iceberg makes the move. He's able to get something going back the way of NAVI there after Seb. He's able to outtake the two down on that safe lane as soon as they're back in. Iceberg helps them swing the lane back in the favor.
Up top, General, he's alone and he's getting aggressive. He might get punished here trying to do this.
He might kill No-Tail. He's going to be able to bring down No-Tail. He's very tanky. I don't know if these two can quite do it. He's going to be fine. In fact, he's ready to turn towards them. Roger forced aside by mid one. And yeah, I mean, at this stage, General's just... He's kind of just too beefy. I mean, you look at the heroes of OG, they need either really sort of Seb or Thompson to come in to actually kill this Slardar right now.
Yeah, that is true. They actually could not get all on top of him in time. 5-3. Very close. Experience leading OG slightly. Gold light slightly leading NAVI. How are the support levels looking? Roger 4. We got 4 and always want to fly. But pretty much even. Seeing that there's going to be a lot of global potential here in the game, though, as Topson, he's going to be going for Boots of Travel. It's the rush item game. As we've seen, this one also picked up a lot here on these Zeus. Just all about your mobility. No one really likes to build like the defensive items anymore, like your Yules and all that on the Zeus. They just build crazy move speed. I need a defensive choice though versus Spectre. Spectre just gets on you instantly.
Yeah, and is this one of those games where Spectre is always going to be king of the late game as this scales on, or?
There's a lot of percent-based damage. That was the one thing I was hinting at in the beginning, is that they do have tools to kill Spectre in later stages, and Lifestealer, you usually want to be, you want to be the ones leading the charge and being ahead in net worth, but Lifestealer versus Spectre matchup isn't that bad, because you eat the Spectre because of that high percentage of HP.
It's just sort of the problem for everyone's going to come through, whereas like General and Iceberg just having those abilities to play through and around the rage. Make him kind of vulnerable if he is trying to focus down V2 in the midst of these fights.
Absolutely.
They will be able to do things to hold him off the Spectre.
Yeah, the General Slaughter is definitely going to be a big problem. He's getting slowed down a lot now, though. After he had this amazing start in the lane, he's actually pushed out of top completely. We see these bounties exchange. Just 2 for 2 again. But a very like calm time from like the 8 to 10 minute mark. Topson finishes up his bots. Seems like OG's fine with just playing a little bit more of the farm style.
Yeah, bottom always want to fly.
Steps up.
The D ward, but it's going to cost him his life here. Seb trapping him in the pit. Set up Topson and coming to finish him off. Iceberg's going to charge forward, dropping down the 2 monsters, Seb. Also, V2 swinging in from the side as Seb should fall unless they can get a deny off, but actually maybe they won't even find it.
He might be okay.
He's still alive, the Horn sound.
The Horn.
As V2 he's looking to finish off the job. Dagger's off the mark. Dagger's blindly into the trees. He's going to miss the opportunity to get the kill. Now he might just die himself as they turn on a V2. He haunts into his death. A big mistake there from the Spectre. That's going to cost heavily there. Pretty much the first use of the Horn, and instantly dies off the back of it.
I mean, massive mistake. That's a 3-minute cooldown that goes so your team can't make those aggressive moves to try to get you these free kills, and Seb lives because of it too. So now he's got plus damage. They've got a catapult wave pushing in. That is a pretty huge stop of momentum. Navi.
And that hurts big time. V-tune there.
They want to get some much bigger stuff out of their ultis. This Doom and their Spectre ultis, now it's going to be on cooldown for both of them for another minute and change.
Yeah.
So OG, they have a great window now to pressure these buildings, especially on the bottom side.
Sure, because as you said, you have OG, their heroes are always ready to go.
Yeah.
They're not going to be working around those sort of big cooldowns.
They've got Rapid Nature and Thunder God's Wrath that's ready right now, too, so they can look to set up for kills very easy. If Soxa finds anyone, they're dead.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Always want
under
to fly.
attack.
He's going to be the target.
They've got him.
Very easy
Trapped
kill.
in the pit. Snowball out. And No-Tail getting involved in it as well from afar there, dropping down the Thunder God's Wrath with the kill secure. To the side.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There took too many Wraths this game.
And the Zeus, they actually save Topson's ult with that too, and now it's level 2. So he's level 12. A bit more increased damage. There's mid one, he's still getting pressured up top, but they got the bottom tower. Now Seb is able to apply even more pressure.
Mid one, for the pressure he's getting, he's not dying anywhere close to it. He's keeping himself at full HP. The armlet's nearly done. It's early days here, 6 to 6, less than 1k in it, but he's starting to feel that first bit of a blunder with the Horn and the Doom could cost Navi big in the long term, to the point where when they have those ults up again the next time around, they cannot afford for them to go to waste.
No, absolutely not. I don't think they can really waste any of their ultis this game, as OG feel like they're really going to press the issue forward with this early timing here. With this Underlord having a good start, with the Nature's Prophecy having a good start, they're just going to look to take these buildings. And it's going to shrink the map so much for V2. He doesn't have great places to farm.
I'm going to get the Ice Puff out on the 2 in the middle. Iceberg on the front, get the Doom down onto Topson, but Topson, he's heading out of there. And he might just live it. As Infest, that's going to work as a great counter towards the Doom damage. Just heals him up, keeps him fine. No-Tail will be turned towards as Iceberg is able to claim another, as Navi do get the 2 of them. get both of the supports, but cores are all able to make it out unharmed.
Good punch back though, bringing everybody there. They actually get a pretty decent one. But Doom does not lead to a kill. It just kills the 2 supports there again. Iceberg is getting pretty huge, but yeah, Thompson surviving during all this. Now he has a Kaya. He's going full greed on this Zeus, and we saw, of course, the boost of travel really paying dividends in that last matchup as he just zooms away from a speedy Doom. And now back to the mid lane as Doom is used. Spectre has to heal V2, and he has to be ready to join the fight.
TPing from Roger. Over the help always want to fly, but this tower taking a beating.
Radiant's middle
Fire
tower
laid down, but they can
attack.
hold to the side of it. Keep pushing on.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Second tier 1 tower this game, whilst so far being able to keep all of theirs pretty untouched. Their tower's looking to be in a good state right now as they continue to just take over more and more of Navi's half of the map.
They're just constricting the map so much. Like V2 has no real good places to farm now except for in mid when it pushes in and his defensive triangle. His jungle is now off the table and top isn't even on the table either because that tier 1, it's 2/3 HP. So OG, if there's an opportunity where the Spectre goes top, they will counter gank him. But Navi has to try to keep this top tower here so they actually have places for the Spectre to farm. See how OG reacts to it as they do have all their ults up again in a second. 10 seconds for that Thunder God's Wrath.
Is under attack.
So,
Iceberg?
to No-Tail, this the TP's coming in. Iceberg, can he finish this kill off? The Sprout's out. He still checks it in for No-Tail. One max again. And mid one could have maybe saved in there with the Infest, but decides to hold it.
I think he was gonna save him. No-Tail ran away. Mid one was trying to save his life. But all of OG, they react accordingly. As soon as Navi tries to set up to try to pressure this top tower, they know what to do. The other lanes are in a great position for them, so just keep protecting this top tower. Bottom bounties, though, No-Tail will be able to claim them for his team.
Navi, they have got Doom and Horn ready to go once more. So, whatever they can get with this. Still 40 seconds into the BKB's backup for Iceberg.
OG's setting up for this next tower here, too.
Continue to play fast. 15 minutes in and threatening the third and final tier 1 tower of Navi.
Radiant's
No-Tail just TP'd right in the front there. That shows how little afraid they are. Between trying to get trade in the mid lane, trying to push the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
They're taking this. There's no hold here from Navi. Gonna let this one go.
Radiant's top tower.
OG just continue to play it very fast, taking objectives at a pace that Navi's not keeping up with at all and seemingly finding anything in return for it.
No, and just map continue to get constricted, even more limited places for V2 to find farm, and now a Lotus Orb is already finished up on Seb, so he can counteract so much of the enemy lineup. The Doom can get reflected, Laguna, he can remove the corrosive haze from his teammates too. So look, even though, I mean, Navi's still leading the gold somehow, they're doing a great job of distributing wealth, but it feels like OG's getting much more out of the map and just limiting what Navi can do. Almost have General Blink Dagger though. This will at least give a way to initiate fights because that's really what they were lacking. We see Saksa. He's going around looking for these hunts alone because they have all this global potential.
He's probably going to get punished for this one. Unless they've got the backup coming over. Maybe he won't until the life trade's going to be dropped on him, but Saksa's still alive. No-Tail TP's in. Thunder God's Wrath out. He's always want to fly. He's getting punched out to the side by No-Tail, but General's in with the stun onto the No-Tail Prophet. Puts a stand to him. Doom's down as well as the Horn coming in, but Seb's in with the counterplay. He's ready to take them out with the Rift. Is he able to do so in time? He is. They're all out of there. The use of the Doom and the Horn is once again wasted due to OG having these measures to just counter it all.
Beautiful reset. They can look to respawn and go fight back. Navi, that was their big show there too. They didn't use Iceberg's Doom, or BKB at least, I don't believe. So he's at least able to hang on to those charges, but yeah, not able to get anything out of the map again. And look at all the lanes. Again, OG has every lane pushing out, so they can pick and choose what they want to do with the map now. Navi has to chill all in their triangle area to secure V2 in this much-needed farm. But OG's, they're actually running in.
Running in straight away. Double be down to No-Tail. General turns, they'll be able to burst him. Okay. Roger takes him out there. They look towards General. Is in the pit. Roger coming in with a wrap round. It's done onto both Sax and Thompson. Ice Path as well with a follow-up. The snowball saves there for Thompson. Buys him time to get out to the side, but there's the crush on General. Onto the two of them. Thompson goes down. Saxa's going to fall. The line strikes out on the mid one. He gets the range up in time. He's trying to fight back, trying to take down General, but General's away. say, General does go down, but not without a huge loss for OG, as they lose 4 heroes off the back of that. Notel only just respawning back into the game. As Navi, they were just able to hold their ground and turn, and Roger, between really sort of Roger and General, these stuns and crushes are just messing with OG entirely. When they do get on top of you, Navi's got the lockdown.
Roger more like it in that fight. They have the ward that's placed up on the high ground, so they see everything. Roger lands a 2-man sword without setup on the Zeus of all people, the mobile Zeus, the perfect target for them to get up, and then they wrap around. That was without any of their ults. That was without the Doom and the Honk that they're able to take that fight versus OG. OG maybe not giving them as much respect as they deserve into that triangle area with just perfect vision. Navi just able to get everything off there.
Dire are scanning.
Philosopher's Stone now picked up too, so give that to your Lina, Roger, who now also has the 4-step finished up. Nice little punch back there.
Mid one nearly with its Deso done. Last Mithril Hammer. The Spirit is nearly there for V2. Be a lot harder for OG to catch him out. In fact, Manta probably going to be able to get away from most things. As the actual sort of lockdown itself from OG is purely the pit, the snowball. With the Manta and a dagger, V2's going to be able to run away from most of that.
Yeah, he should be able to disengage a lot easier. While on the side of Navi, they have a plethora of different forms of disable.
Oh, yeah.
Ice Pass stuns from both the Slardar and the Lina. Lots of different forms of control. Do we have any of these auras picked up yet? OG, they're gonna have at least the mech finished up for Seb. On Navi, they're not gonna have any of this, it seems. They're gonna at least have the hood that's on General for himself to protect him, but they won't have any of these auras to counteract at all. And still, of course, you know, with the 3 towers being taken and constant aggression from OG, they're still on the back foot on their side of the map, but still farming very, very well. And that Manta is done. Mid lane.
They can catch. Shards off the mark. General's able to walk. And on the side. What the? No, he didn't. They have the ice park down. And what? And he didn't take him away. He didn't take him away. Seb left him behind. He left him behind. He left Midward. He left Sansa. He just pieced out of there. He just walked out of range. He said, see ya, and he was gone. Saxon had to buy back.
What just I mean, I need a replay.
So, we had a doomed creep, and then Seb deciding that he wasn't going to take the whole squad back.
It really looked like he didn't even stop the Doom or anything. He's just like, I'm getting this creep. It's like the biggest misclick I think I've seen.
I mean, it worked.
He wasn't even close to a creep is the thing. Like, that was... All right.
I know it was the big brain play, you know. Can't rift out a Doom target if I Doom a creep.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because if he did Doom a hero, probably would have got out with a rift. Maybe if he had actually Doomed mid one, Seb might have actually stayed closer to him. So because he didn't do mid one, Seb was like, mid one's fine, see ya. And he wasn't. Mid one's dead. They lose him.
All right, well, a very effective Doom by We'll see it again here. Look at the Doom creep.
Look at it. It looked like he was in range, but I guess he wasn't. No, he just ran.
Walked out.
He just walked out.
He was trying to get the right side too. He was trying to get Thompson out too. And
sure, but Thompson, he's already safe. He's up on the cliff. Who cares about Thompson? You're leaving mid-bomb right in the middle of it all.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Oh, no.
We got quite a game on our hands.
Radiant's bottom
and now Midward is just very poor. He's got the Deso finished up, but he is quite a significant margin behind the Spectre now, and not a place you want to be as Lifestealer. They're going to need some big fights here in the mid game to kind of bring them back.
Dire's
nature of matchups is looking a little grim right now. In the river, Midward spotted.
He's going to go down again. Laguna is there. He's out of the game. No tail trying for the TP out. He'll make it. But over to the side. And Iceberg looking over towards Saxa and Seb. Starting to split, but there's the chase. General is heading over. Ooh, not quite able to find Saxa. Saxa's out with the TP, but that's, yeah, 2 shoes deaths for mid one. maybe just feeling a little disheartened after being left behind by his captain. He's like, well, is that what I'm worth to you? And now he's just lost the plot. 2 deaths in a row. He's falling behind, and this Spectre's only going to get further and further ahead, as V-Tune's well on the way to having Defusal done on top of the Manta. Whereas, of course, after that Deso for mid one, there hasn't been any progression.
No, and the Defusal plus the Manta, you know, we talked about how Thompson, you were talking about these boots of travel, good build, he's able to disengage easy. You gotta make it really hard now, as you can just jump right on top of Thompson and just defuse him and stick on top of him. That could definitely prove to be pretty problematic for this backline. The squishy backline of OG.
OG's gonna try and go for the Roche here.
Everything's available for Navi.
The Horn and Doom is up. This is a massive risk that they're taking.
It's scanned as well.
This is some crazy stuff in from OG. As Navi, they're going to be looking to punish this for sure. They're heading over. Mid one bash. Oh, it's been bashed by Roche. Just a rage off. They turn to Doom down. They've got to get him out of there. This time the Rift has taken them away. They're holding close to him. But already the burst is there. The Overdrive is dead. And so's everybody else. 3 down on OG. Thompson and Sachs are trying to run. But this game has just taken a huge turn for the worse over the last few minutes for OG, to the point where it may even be over. I just seen it at the top of my screen. A Spectre getting an ultra kill. The team's 9k ahead. I don't know how you're coming back from this.
No, it really feels like this. I mean, this just exploded. Navi doing all the right things. OG just forcing these fights, and
wow,
Navi's just able to take the fights and hand it to them there.
And it really did all spiral out of control from the moment Iceberg doomed the creep. That was the part in the puzzle. That's how this story goes. He knew it. He'd been to the future, he came back, and he knew that at the point of this game where he dooms the creep, OG just start to lose it. It's bottom lane. General's trying to fight in, just get caught in the pit. General will go down. Always want to fly out with TP. He's out. Roger as well, also able to slide away. Still lose General. Something for OG to come back into the game and kill off. But still, just this Spectre. V-Tune with the Manta Defusal, the Aegis. 2k gold on top of that as well. But the next time the FOC comes out or the Aegis expires or is used, he's going to have a BKB there.
Oh my god, yeah. And just core matchups are, you know, we're seeing them really kicking off. Especially now with their disadvantage.
Look who he's found. Straight into Thompson on the bottom lane. Thompson's trying to run. Is there any saving they can do for him? The pit is out. Iceberg popping the BKB. He's still stuck in by the Sprout. His blink's going to be back up in a second. When he actually chase Thompson, he'll turn and he'll self-reset. Set up for V-Tune to close the gap. Sachs is watching from the side. He's able to buy some time with the snowball, turning in over to the Spectre. Lifestealer race down on the set, though. Gonna go grab finishing him off. V-Tune's low. Will go down the once. Iceberg tries to TP out, but we will see Mid One able to take him down before he's able to do so. Dagger out to the side. General's in, given the vision for Roger to burst down Thompson. They look towards Saxa. It's just another clean-up crew here from Navi. Mid One, is he out? Rage. He's away. Last long enough for the TP to get him out before the ice path sets in place. But still, another one fight here for Navi now, 26-9, and no signs of slowing down. This how will pretty much give V-Tune that BKB. So even though the Aegis is gone, the chances of them killing this Spectre just become slimmer and slimmer.
And that was them chasing out when General was dead that whole time. So OG, they were trying to get as much as they could. Thompson survived and got all of his spells off so many times. But then Slaughter respawns, they get on top of him. They kill him very quickly. And also General, he has an Aghanim, he's finished up.
Oh, he's tanky.
Yeah, Navi just getting some crazy timings now after these last 3 fights. OG's gonna need some insane outplay inside of these fights to try to take it now against this massive Spectre. Yeah, Mid One just... so many times in a row now that he just felt like he died. 2 and 5 and 2.
2, 5 and 2. It's a tough one for him. It's a tough one. He had a good showing in game 2, but game 1 didn't look great. Game 3 also looking rough for Mid One on the carry this game.
Yeah, and I mean now it just feels so impossible for a Lifestealer in this position. He's below the core. He's on the course. Yeah, coming back versus this tri-core is so damn hard. This is a game where Lifestealer has to be ahead of the Slaughter, has to be ahead of the Spectre. And yeah, it's really going to feel like quite a big mountain to climb as OG They're going to get set up on again here. The Hunt is at the ready. The BKB's at the ready.
He's ready to jump right in on them. And what's sort of the order of heroes you're going for? Is the Spectre? You just you go for the Zeus first?
Go for Thompson.
Thompson first. Take him out of the fight. And what's Thompson got to protect himself? Nothing, right? I guess.
Just Bloodstone heal.
Seb offering up the Lotus in the neck. And maybe a Rift out. Of course, that is if Seb does decide that he's worthy of a trip out.
They were trying to smoke to the Spectre, but Navi, they're prepared. They got their scan down. General.
Can he get on it? Can they burst him in time? He's able to get the puddle out. Seb's already starting to back out. He realizes they've got to take themselves out of here. No tail goes down. Seb will be able to take the rest of them out of there. All things considered, with the way they're falling behind, Horn, BKB used by the Spectre, only no tail going down. So this time, Seb getting his rating back up.
Yeah, actually pretty damn solid. If General is able to actually get the crush shot before they initiate him, I think he survives almost all of that there. He didn't actually have his puddle down in time, so they're able to set up for the kill there. And it's a really good reaction from Seb. It's just like the moment Haunt is used, they're just out. And we're still seeing the percent damage. V2 dropped down to like 800 HP. Still feels so damn difficult for OG, but if they're able to pull out those type of plays, maybe they can actually counteract this net worth lead. Solar Crest also finished on Seb, so more ways to try to buff up this Lifestealer to try to match this massive Spectre. Still feels like we said, quite a mountain to climb for OG, but small gains.
Their best to hold on. Despite the big swing, they allowed Navi to take advantage of.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They will get this tier 2 bottom, right? Decision for Navi to block. Say that, Iceberg, he's in with the Doom.
Setting up.
He's able to jump straight in onto mid-1. And trying to get mid-1 out of here. Seb, no Dark Rift for 20 seconds. They're going to lose mid-1. He's gone. Navi, they are coming with the hold. They're in with the Laguna, chasing down Thompson. Thompson is trying to hide, but the Yule setup's there, straight into the combo. And that's another. Seb is trying to hold back, always want to fight. He will fall, but he's been able to buy time for Navi to swing back over and clean up a third. Navi again, just pushing their lead. 15k coming up on the net worth, 30-11, and General's not done. He's hunting for Saxa. Saxa, some time to be bought with the snowball. General's ready to play around this though. Just toying with him, teasing him as Iceberg heads over. Navi kill off yet another of OG. It just goes to show that OG, they really can't make moves against Navi's lineup right now. If Navi is all up, they're just going to win every single fight.
Yeah, and there's just no way for OG to start fights either. You know, Saxa is 0-7-7 this game on the Tusk. They don't have a natural form of initiation besides just the Underlord parking himself in the front. Navi, they see everything. They literally just pick and chose their target in that one. Like the Doom is just easy for Iceberg. And then they just wrap from the sidelines there. Yeah, it's really seeming so hard for OG. All these mistakes after Navi capitalizing on everything.
Maybe, do you think, maybe a little bit of regret about letting the Iceberg Doom through again? You know, 4-1-20 is looking pretty good for him, and the amount of farm that he has, I don't think there's any sort of other hero that Iceberg could be on that just does this much in these sort of games. No,
they've always looked so good whenever he is playing it, and again, this game, just like the first one, he's dominating. He's got 5,400 gold too on top of Shiva's BKB Blink. Like
he doesn't even need to spend it.
He can buy whatever he wants here. He can buy full AC, a full refresher. It's really up to him.
I don't know. Try and get the mind of Iceberg. What do you think he's most likely?
Is under attack.
Okay, the AC. I mean,
I think it's either one of those.
Yeah. AC is going to be coming out. And you know, just like that, he's able to buy it quicker than Mid-One's able to finish off an AC himself. And Mid-One's been farming that AC for what feels like the last 15 minutes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As they're smoked again, looking for some positioning here as they do have all their ultis available. OG has to stick all together here. They can't split up at all.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, they're hoping to have a high ground positioning because then if Navi jumps, that gives OG the initiation that they lack. They need to have like this perfect positioning. As the scan does come out.
No, yeah, they know where
Iceberg's
Navi
there too.
is.
They saw him devour one of the creeps too, as one of the creeps just disappeared randomly when they were looking at mid.
And that's hard because Na'Vi on the high ground. OG.
OG can't walk up there. They have to have Na'Vi walk into them for them to have any chance in the fight. No kill, look to split push. He sees V2 and he decides against it, as he will just die very quickly. I know they're aware of Navi's positioning, but they just can't do anything about it. Navi playing it very smart. Just chill, play patient. Roger's gonna go scout. He sees the rush though with his career.
I mean, OG's not gonna fall for this one, are they? They're not heading into the jungle this way.
I would imagine not, because they know where Navi is, but General just leaving again. He saw Thompson.
Straight away, Horns out, boom, the Zeus is gone. Now over to Seb they go. Seb's going to try with the TP out, but look at this damage. Seb doesn't stand a chance. As Na'Vi just quick to make moves, and it's just OG, you could feel it. They knew that it was coming. They knew that they were around there. And to the point where I think they also knew that there was really nothing they could do. Apart from maybe if they all opted to just TP straight home. If they stay out on the map, Na'Vi was going to be able to get those kills every time. And there we have on top of it too. Aegis Cheese into the hands of Na'Vi. Their lead just continuing to grow in a way that it's just dwarfing whatever OG has with regards to farm. I mean, OG's cores have they've just hit a massive roadblock, and they just can't seem to pass it. We've got mid one finally finishing off that AC, but they're just so far behind this Iceberg Doom and B-Tune Spectre right now.
Yeah, like you said, full AC picked up for Iceberg, and then also an Iascati finished up for V-Tune, so he's like this unkillable Spectre. 3,400 HP, lots of percent damage, but twice. Probably gonna end up killing the whole team with Desolate. Or Dispersion, sorry.
Dire's middle
as high ground defense is gonna start reviving here. The Zeus as well as that Underlord are back. Navi is gonna give some respect here.
Trying to step out, but you just look at what his team's got right now, and it's just very hard to see what OG can do. I mean, I guess a pickoff's going to be where they have their strength, so their only strength. But anytime that Navi's all around as a group, just doesn't feel like a fight they're able to take, and especially so if the Haunts up, then it just feels like there's not going to be any sort of move they can make at all.
Yeah, Navi's not giving them the chances to really get any type of pickoffs. The only person sewing in lanes has really just been the Spectre. You know, whoa, that's an MKB on Roger, I just realized.
Oh my goodness, he was eyeing at the Ags, but then he said, screw it, I want to punch people too. I got a Slardar. I want to take use of that physical.
He's not getting hit anyway in the fight. No, they're not able to get to him, so
he is not dying.
That's gonna hurt. Navi off position.
Oh, they smoke, but it's instantly put to a stop. Navi's ready on the high ground. The Haunts out. And hit the rolling on to the Seb's trying to take them out already. Realizes this is not going to be a good fight. He'll get mid one out of there. Navi still able to quickly find the two supports. No talent sacks are gone.
Oh, they saw Thompson with the mid ward. Oh, General trying to find a place to sneak in. Thompson's going to be fine though. But yeah, it's just the fights are just impossible. They're really just impossible. Soxer just dies instantly. No-Tail dies instantly, and then they're just three cores running around.
And look at some of these levels as well. V-Tune, he's about to hit the 25, whereas OG's, Thompson and mid one, they're only just hitting level 20 in general. He's just doing a two-man crush. Look at the ice force down straight away onto Thompson. He's trying to hit up with the block strike, but this damage is too much for this Zeus to withstand. He goes down, doom shots onto mid one, and this time around Seb, he's got no way of taking him home, as Seb will fall slowly but surely. No-Tail's pushed back from the base. 3 heroes dead, all 3 cores without buyback. No-Tail's gone as well. I mean, this game, it's basically over. 39-11, 30k lead. I mean, it kind of feels like it's been over for quite some time. As Navi, they know they're looking to close this. Onto the tier 4s they go, and with no buybacks available on OG. I mean, even if they were there, let's be honest, not like they had too much at all to slow this down. So Navi's going to close this one up. GG.
Navi, at the back of the Doom, looking good. Back of the Lina, Slardar lane top, also looking good. Navi just looking sharp today.